welcome or welcome back. I'm Jade, a girl with big hair, big dreams, and big energy, and this video is going to be all about that first topic, hair. Specifically black hair, and not the color, the texture. I actually just filmed 50 minutes of this video to find out that my mic was not fully plugged in. So we are doing this again. Hopefully I remember all of my talking points. I did write notes, so... And please excuse the lighting. It is a cloudy day, so there will be sun and then it'll be dark. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about black hair. I feel like no one really prepares you for what it's like to unlearn everything that you thought you knew about your hair. Especially as a young black woman growing up, the standard is pretty much perms, slick backs, just straight hair in general, whether that's in real life or in the media, models, everything. All the people that you kind of look up to kind of just typically had straight hair. And I remember as a child it being really common to constantly ask for flat hair. Keyword being flat. Whether that's a blowout, I want it flat. Ponytail, make it flat. I don't want big because my hair is big and I don't want that. I do think that mainstream media has slowly gotten better. It is progressing. Can it do better? Yes, of course. Will it do better? I honestly do think so. And I think that will be better for our kids and their kids. As a child, I had a lot of hair. When I say a lot of hair, I mean a lot of hair. It was thick, long, dense, like, oh, too much work. And having a mom who was a doctor working at the ER, that means a lot of very long shifts. Maybe not enough time to braid that much hair every single weekend or style it every single morning before school. I had my thick natural hair for a couple years until I was about 7 years old, and we had just moved to St. Maarten from Anguilla, or I think I might have relaxed it in Anguilla. I can't remember. I'm remembering being in a salon in Anguilla, but I don't know if that was for relaxing or just a blowout. Can't remember. But moral of the story is I was young. I was about 6, 7 years old, and I got my first relaxer. For the first few years, my hair was very healthy. We had really good upkeep and all that. But then once I went to, there was a pool on campus. So as a part of your PE, you had to learn how to swim. Some kids didn't know how to swim yet. So every Friday, PE was pool time. So on top of going to the pool in chlorine once a week, I also lived on an island, meaning every weekend was the beach. So imagine that. Chlorine, sea, like ocean water, sun, a lot of sun, and relaxer. That's a recipe for disaster. Couple months, couple years, and now my hair is in shambles. I didn't see it though, because to me, I'm playing, I'm allowed to go out in the sun, I'm allowed to go to the beach, I'm allowed to have fun, and the hair isn't a problem anymore. Because now we don't have to sit for hours detangling, taking the sand out, doing this, styling it for school. Now, I just come home, wash it, blow dry it. Pretty simple. So I had all the freedom in the world, and I loved it. Until I hated it. Until my hair became so damaged and short and constantly breaking, and I started realizing that, and it took me until I was about 14 years old. So I did what I didn't think I would have the balls to do, or I did what I didn't think or expect I would have the courage to do, and I cut all of my hair off. I had about 2 centimeters of hair on my head in little curls. Coils. Straight hair was definitely manageable, definitely easy, but at what cost? I looked crazy. My hair health was in the gutter, 6 feet under. It was not healthy, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I chopped it all off, and my head shape is not the kind you want to see bald, I'm telling you. I don't have a head shape for that. I got a big head. That's why I like big hair, because you can't see it, you can't tell. But I covered it up with braids, so I have no photos to show you. I have no proof that this actually happened. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I mean, you can ask my mom, you can ask my siblings, my dad. They'll tell you I did it, but I don't have proof because I hated how I looked. And all I have is me wearing some braids, because that's what I did. I wore braids for about 3 years. So I did that when I was like 14. And when I was 16, I moved here to Atlanta and I did my last 2 years of high school here. The year of 16 and then the year of 17. Right before I turned 18, I graduated and I moved to college. So during my senior year, while I was living here, I decided, you know, my hair is kind of long enough now. Like right now, my hair is to here, like straight. Then my hair was to about here, so it was like a bob. And I decided, since my hair is healthy again, I can finally perm it again. So I permed it that quick. I went right back because I didn't know what to do with my hair. And it wasn't because I didn't like love my curls. I mean, I didn't know my curls really existed. I didn't know how to take care of this hair. I didn't know how to style it. I didn't know how to make it look good. So yeah, I went back to what I know and I permed it again. When I tell you it took about a couple months for this to turn bad, I looked horrible. I don't know how I did not see that. I looked crazy. Why did nobody like shake me and wake me up? Like, oh my gosh. And the crazy thing is, I was being approached as if I'm a cute girl with cute hair. Like, the fact that people were still finding me attractive, I think is what genuinely had me believing that my hair was like slay. And then obviously me being in Arizona, 17 turning 18-year-old black girl in Arizona at ASU, a place that is particularly fair-skinned, light-skinned, you know, predominantly non-black. PWI, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so I already stood out and I really wanted to fit in, and to me the hair was just like one way of making me fit in, and then the way you dress, like a lot of things, a lot of societal pressure. You know, you want to fit into the norms of society, so you do what needs to be done. And for me, that was it. You know, the quarantine, I think, is what truly saved my life. Not my life, my hair's life, because that hair was hanging on by a thread. So I chopped my hair off again, but this time not a buzz cut. During my sophomore year, I started wearing braids all the time and allowing that root to grow a little bit, a couple inches. I did my freshman year, I did my sophomore year, and then I took a gap year. During my gap year, around November, I moved back to St. Maarten with my mom. As we know, COVID started around January, February, March. So by the time I was back home, quarantine started, I had about this much growth and maybe this much. I was at home. So what was I doing? Just letting my hair breathe all the time, washing it, deep conditioning it, taking care of it, doing braid outs, trying different styles. That was like the perfect time. I started doing yoga. I started cooking new things. I started learning Spanish again. Like so many things that just benefited me. I started reading, like everything that I loved. I started dancing. You know, it just revived me as a person despite the world being in shambles. It was something that I needed. And yeah, the rest is history. I'm kidding. I'm gonna actually explain more. I did this routine religiously for the next 3 years, and I had the healthiest and longest hair in my life. I can't even put into words this sense of pride and identity that I found, and confidence. The more I learned how to style my natural hair, the more beautiful I felt, like inside. The more I was receptive to compliments by strangers, you know? Before I would just be like, thanks, but I wouldn't believe it. I'd just be like, you're just a weirdo who has a fetish. But then I started being like, okay, maybe this is actually true. Like, I think so too. And why was that? It was because of my hair. My hair had a huge role in my self-love and self-confidence throughout college. A big role. This was my key routine that I did to grow my hair during these times, or during this time, this 1 year period. Every weekend, wash, deep condition, moisturize with a leave-in, oil to lock in the moisture, braid in small to medium braids, twist the ends, so braid halfway, twist the other half, let it dry for 1, 2, even 3 days. The longer you leave it in the braids or twists, the healthier your hair will be. The more your hair will thank you, because it's allowed to breathe, not be manipulated. just soak everything in. And for shape and styling and curls, the more your hair dries, like really dries, the more beautiful the curl pattern will come out. So obviously I didn't know what my curl pattern even was because I'm just learning about this. So I did these braid outs. You put in everything, your leave-in, your oil, your gel, and you braid it. When it fully dries and you take it out, you have a curl pattern. Handmade, man-made, but still a curl pattern. I did that for 1 year. I don't think I was taking any supplements or anything at the time. A lot of water. I started eating healthier. That's what I did, and it worked. And I did have a setback in about 2021 or 2022. It was 2021. I decided to dye my hair, and it didn't come out how I wanted it. I wanted highlights, and I ended up getting like an ombre copper kind of, I don't know, color, and I feel like it did not complement my skin tone well. It's okay. As my hair grew out and it became like just a little bit left on the ends, I ended up liking it a little because you'd only notice it in the sun. But I did really like it when I flat ironed my hair. I wanted highlights like root to end in different curly areas, but I don't think it worked. That did set me back because I didn't realize that I needed to give my hair more moisture, more hydration because of this dye. So I did get some breakage and I didn't really grow my hair much for a while. But then at some point it started growing again, and at some point all the hair color was gone. So my hair started flourishing again. One thing I had to take note of was the change in climate. That change going from Arizona's very dry heat to New York's very humid weather. That was hard because my hair was constantly frizzing up and my routine was not the same. I do love how my hair flourishes in Arizona's dry heat. For my hair's sake, that's one place I would want to live, for sure. But otherwise, I kind of just adapted, and it took me a couple months, different products, and learning how to do it again. But my mistake was the cold months. Once those cold months hit, it's silk press season. Too easy to get caught in the trap. But that is the thing about having healthy hair, is you get to choose. It's more versatile. It can handle these things. It can handle braids without pulling your hair out. It can handle silk presses and be able to revert back. If you decide you want to get a relaxer as an adult now, it can handle that because, you know, now you're grown, you have a healthy base foundation to kick it off on, but you also have the knowledge to take care of it. My most recent struggle has been heat damage, the loss of my curl pattern in the front of my hair, because I have been doing a lot of silk presses in the colder months and not enough washing and deep conditioning. That is something that moving forward I need to be like consistent about. But my big struggle right now is I have had split ends like going all the way halfway up my hair. So I've been chopping off inches and inches in the past several months. I think they're almost gone. I'm just gonna keep chopping. But now my big focus is hair growth and length retention, fixing my curl pattern at the front, and also slick backs and the front of my hair. Yeah, those aren't gonna work anymore for me. I recently learned that slick backs actually can cause balding and basically like heat damage, the same effect as heat damage. When you're constantly using a hard bristle brush and slicking your hair back, you're literally forcing it, pulling it, straightening it back. So yeah, the back of your hair might be beautiful and curly still, but oh, the front is horrible. It's so bad. I literally don't have a curl pattern at the very front of my hair. So that is my focus right now, and I've decided to go back to 2019 Jade, and I'm going to be learning from her and following her footsteps because I need to get back into washing weekly, deep conditioning weekly, braid outs, no more wash and goes, no more silk presses, maybe around Christmas. I'll be open to that. Protective hairstyles, low manipulation hairstyles, as little slick backs as possible, and a lot of oiling. Oh, one big thing that I used to do was the night before my wash day, I would use castor oil and massage my scalp. That was a big one because, I mean, castor oil does not smell good, but it has a lot of great benefits. That's a big one that was really, really helpful, I think. And yeah, I'm sharing this because I know I'm not alone. There are so many of us trying to figure this out, how to just love our hair the way it grows out of our head and not how, you know, society and the world tells us to be tamed, to be professional. Our natural hair is professional. Our natural hair is beautiful. It is so unique and impressive. It defies gravity. It has the most beautiful patterns when you really look at it. It is such a beautiful thing, and it should not be forced to change. It should not be forced to be hidden. It should not be cause for insecurity. Like, when you think about it, the same society that is shaping all of the bad things that are happening in our world right now, that's the same one telling you your hair isn't professional and your hair isn't pretty. And I think you should take their opinions with a grain of salt, because clearly they're not that I'm gonna leave it at that. But that's the thing. Black hair doesn't need to be tamed. It doesn't need to be fixed. It just needs to be understood and loved. I had to learn how to style my hair, how to love my hair, what worked with it, what it liked, how much moisture it needed, what kind of products it liked and hated, from the shampoo and conditioner to the oils to the leave-in to the gel, everything, to the brush. I picked up these, just random. I'm not saying you should get these. These are just the only ones I saw in the store. Every wash day, that helps your hair. Deep condition it, put on a mask, put on a shower cap, and let it just drink. Let your hair drink in all the moisture it needs, the same way you'd water a plant. Like, you know, when you water a plant, you don't have to just pour on top like, oh, that should be enough. Unless you're like a plantologist, like an expert. You don't just say that should be enough. The best way to do it is to put the plant in a bucket of water and let it soak up what it needs. It will stop when it's done. Have you seen those videos, like the time lapse of the water just going into the plant? Your hair is the same. Also, when you first put your hair in water, it's the same. Let your hair soak up as much water as it needs. Don't just be like, a little bit of water, it's wet, okay, now I can start. Let it just drink for a while. Through all of this, I learned to love my hair. I did not love my hair 10 years ago. If you're watching this and you're in that I don't know what to do with my hair phase, don't give up. Start with the basics. Oil your hair before wash days, massage your scalp, wash your hair weekly, deep condition, leave-in condition, or leave in something, cream, butter, whatever. Oil to lock everything you just put in, all the work you just did, lock it in with oil. And braid your hair, twist your hair, do cornrows, do something, and let it enjoy that. Let it eat its food. Let them cook. Let them cook. But also, and most importantly, be patient with yourself, because this journey is not linear. There will be ups, downs. Transforming your hair is like marriage. You need to wake up every day and commit to it. Through the ups, through the downs. Like, your hair is another person. You need to respect it. Respect what it wants. Respect what it needs. And just pour love into it. Your hair will grow. It will flourish. It will look beautiful. You will look beautiful. And more importantly, you'll start to see yourself differently. It is not just about hair. It's about identity. Unlearning all of these toxic things and choosing you. And now it's time for the disclaimers, because I don't want the hair police to come for me. This has nothing to do against perms, against protective styles, against straight naturals, against anything. This is purely for those who are in this position, hated their hair, and now they want to learn how to love the natural hair. If I decide next month that I'm gonna perm my hair, I will do so. That is my disclaimer for the natural hair police. Don't come for me. I'm just talking about loving your hair. But yeah, guys, this is my hair story, my very long hair journey, and I hope it helps you embrace yours too. Bye. I just gotta say that you are beautiful and you are just amazing, and whatever stage your hair is at right now, it will get to where you want it to be. Trust me, if anyone can say that, it's me. Just be patient, put in the time, put in the effort, put in the love most of all, and it will get there. Bye.